So I'm going to be honest with y'all. It's just been one of those times lately. It's just a time where I'm in this really weird transition phase of, coming out of old things and looking forward to the new. But I've been doing a lot of internal work, and certain things have shifted externally, but it's just like, can we speed it up? Can we speed it up? Okay. Um, I had a conversation with somebody last year. I think it was last year or early this year. One of the two. I had a conversation with somebody recently about feeling overlooked. And I was speaking to them. And as I was speaking, I was saying, yeah, I really feel like I really am overlooked. And that's why, I'm learning to gatekeep more. But I was like, but now that I'm thinking on it, it was less being overlooked and more underestimating myself. I'm sorry, if that's not what y'all want to hear. I'm sorry, but like, because honestly, I mean, it might be actually what you want to hear. It might be what you need to hear because the reality is you very may well be overlooked, but it does not matter if you cannot force somebody to see the vision. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to resonate or it's not. Are you underestimating the seeds that you're planting? Are you underestimating the work that you're doing? Are you underestimating your impact? Because impacting one person means everything. That one person could go on to impact thousands. That one person could go on to continue living. That one person could go on to start that business that profits and helps other people around the world. So, underestimating your impact, um, it underestimates who you think you are. Like, it underestimates you. It just underestimates what you feel like you can accomplish, how you show up. Like, I was realizing as I was sitting there, like, I am overlooked in some capacities. Okay. Okay. Sometimes I feel like, wow, like I put in a lot of quality. I put in a lot of work. It seems like compared to others, I'm not getting as much recognition in this area, in this area. And I worked through that because it was just like everybody that's working, get yours. Even if it is people who don't work that hard, but are extremely audacious and sees an opportunity, like, okay, period. Some people may argue some people don't deserve certain things. I'm not here to discuss or argue about deserving, okay? What people deserve, what they don't deserve. Because that really don't got shit to do with me. But I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, huh, because I don't like feeling overlooked, but it really wasn't the root of it. It wasn't even about feeling overlooked. It was about me not recognizing what I was doing and its true value and its true quality. My quality is good. I know I show up. I know that I'm willing to do the work. I know that I'm curious. I know that I'm compassionate. I know that I'm so talented. So, like, clearly, okay, clearly it's not that I'm not present. It's just that I'm not allowing myself to stand firm in my presence and not budge. Okay, because I'm standing here and then I'm like, well, is anybody looking? Are they looking? Hello, I have something to offer. Hello. Less on trying to prove to them and more of let me just do my shit. And if I get seen, if I get recognized, so be it. So now, um, it's still kind of hard because there are still some things that I'm like, yeah, I don't think people really are understanding what they're looking at. But it's okay, don't worry, because I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep being present. And using my voice is a big part of that, hence why I even started this journey. And I started speaking. I wanted to gain an audience. I wanted my audience to understand, my supporters to understand who I am, what I'm about, what I want to do, why I do it. Just I want people to see me and see what I have to offer, in the hopes that it inspires somebody else to be more of who they want to be. in the hopes that it inspires somebody else to confront that challenge that makes them uncomfortable so that they can live easier, breathe easier, in the hopes that it just makes our trip around this world just a little easier, a little more fun, and a little more authentic, okay? A little more loving. So, yeah, it's less about feeling overlooked. And don't get me wrong, you could be in a profession, you could be in a field where, you're putting in that work and your coworker, let's say, for example, you are a black woman in a field and your white coworker is getting paid more than you, or the male on the team is getting paid more than you, whatever, you know how it goes. And you feel like, wow, all of my contributions are not really getting paid the same attention or the same recognition or the same value as my peers. It could very well be the case. But the thing about that, again, is that you cannot force somebody to see how valuable you are, or rather to recognize how valuable you are. They may be looking, they may see, but they're not interpreting, they're not comprehending, and they're damn sure not going out of their way to make the space for your value. So it's just got to be a focus back on self, right? Like, you've got to take that energy back from constantly trying to be like, look, here's the proof, here's the proof, here's the proof, and focus more on, it's me, like, I'm the fucking key. And if you guys aren't going to utilize my attributes, my abilities, if you're not going to utilize them, then I'm going to go somewhere where they can be utilized, or I'm going to make my own space so that they can be utilized to their maximum potential, to a place where I feel fulfilled. And lately, I've really been trying to sit with that because I know I'm the shit. There are so many things that I want to do, so many things that I look forward to doing, and that will be provided for me so that I can continue doing and learning. There are so many things in this life, okay? Um, but I know who I am now is already um qualified. Who I am now already gets a pass. Okay, we're not waiting anymore for this to be better, this to be more perfect, this to be more blah 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 blah, whatever. I have to decide that right here at this current time, my value is sufficient. I have to. I have to, or it's just going to keep moving. And I'm going to always keep pining and reaching for something that is always going to keep trying to move away the more that I reach for it. And why am I doing that? Doesn't seem fair, and it doesn't seem like it makes sense to me. So the method is no longer working. And so therefore the thought process, the paradigm has to be shifted. It has to go. I can no longer afford to think like that, because the cost of thinking that um, me living and receiving rewards in increments is actually bringing much more detriment to my mental health and to just my livelihood. I'm thinking, okay, I'm living my life as if it's like incremental raises. I'm living my life as if, well, since I added this skill, that must mean that I can get plus this and only around this range, because that's what they're paying top dollar for. And it would be kind of crazy to go outside of that range for this type of quality, or who I am, or whatever the case may be, or I've had this many years in this field, so I should be getting um a certain blank percentage amount of increment added to my living, my wage, or whatever the case. If you catch my drift, it's like the more that you um the more that you elevate, it's like you're thinking that it's linear. Okay, I'm saying you, but you might be, but I am. I was thinking that, like, it, and not even consciously, but thinking that it's linear, and that every step up, every level up must come with the accompanied equal return. But it's always just going to be just like, oh, there you go, which I'm grateful for all of the rewards and all of the return on investments. But sometimes you have to sit down and decide, I deserve more. You have to decide that this little meeting me where I'm at is not going to cut it. Like, I'm breaking even. And I'm tired of breaking even when I know I could be breaking that fucking bank. You feel me? So, so, it's just like, I'm done underestimating myself or even giving the impression that I'm underestimating myself. I don't even want people to think. I don't want people to think, that I'm in this energy of just accepting just enough. And I have to encourage people around me about with this all of the time because with my friends, with my family, we so often get caught up in just getting by and focusing on just getting by. And don't get me wrong, like for a lot of people, that is the case. But fortunately, we are fortunate enough to push ourselves a little bit harder, to challenge ourselves a little bit higher, so that we can really achieve the dreams that we desire. Um, Everybody around me, for the most part, is, aware of some type of gift or quality that they have. And I'm an encourager. So I like to see these hidden qualities or these things that, you're not really paying attention to as much. And I like making sure that you still are creating a space for them and prioritizing them, because whether or not it be that you're gaining, monetary gain, or that it be that it just makes you happy, or that it helps launch you into another field that you're really interested in, we have to remember to put ourselves in our desires first. It sounds so radical, I know, but like, who else are you? Are you anybody else? No, you're you. Like, you have to be here and you have to take responsibility for the things that you want out of life. So you do have to say, I want to do this and I have to invest in wanting to do this. Don't get me wrong. We have families, we have things, we have expenses, but life cannot just be expenses. Like, I can't accept it. I refuse to accept it. It's not working for me. And also, I like to um cater to the belief that I am divinely supported in achieving these things on my heart, um as I walk in my truth. I like to believe that um the universe conspires to make pathways for me to get to my destinations, or resources for me to use to get to my destinations, or people that will come in and help me as I'm getting to my destinations, and as I'm also helping other people get to their destination. I think that the more that you walk in your truth and in your being, and you accept presently who you are, the more that you can really see what it is that you desire and walk towards it without the fear, right? It's easier to walk towards something that you're not really sure about with ample amounts of fear, because you're not really sure about it. When it's something that you really desire, that fear, you know it's there. You hear it, you feel it, you may experience it, but it becomes less of a threat because the promise of attaining that desire is just so much sweeter than the fear. So much sweeter. So the more that I'm changing my mindset, the more that I'm focusing on what I desire, what I wish to create, what I'm choosing to become, the more I see possibility, the more I can dream, the more I can imagine, the more I can just allow myself to exist more freely without the fear. I'm very aware of all the possibilities of X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. I mean, I know there are possibilities I'm not aware of, but it's like I cannot focus on that. It'd be easier to focus on that if I weren't as sure of who I am, but I am sure of who I am. So that fear is just like, okay, I've got to use you, and I have to use you correctly, because fear is supposed to be showing you areas in which you just need to be more mindful. Caution, warning. How can we make sure that we sidestep that? Or how can we make sure, there's less fallout from that? Or how can we make sure we don't have to go through that? It's supposed to be something that helps encourage you to strategize, to plan, and to um think of different perspectives and different solutions. Fear is a tool, a useful tool. Use it. Do not let it use you. I have lived a life of letting fear use me, and I'm just not willing to accept that anymore. I look around my surroundings, I look at the people all around me who we want so many things and we're so afraid of so many things. And do y'all know that it is so extremely radical to um like believe this wholeheartedly, that My fear will not stop me, and that I will be where I want to be. My family will get where we want to get. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I'm not playing about it. I'm not playing about it this year. And I told my family last year, we've had meetings. I've been intentional about encouraging them to set up their goals and intentions for this year. This year, I'm not playing about it because this is in my realm. This is in my realm of doing. This is in my sphere of doing. I can accomplish these things that I desire in this dimension, in this reality. Um, I'm not sure how it looks. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get the funding, y'all. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get the funding. I'm not sure how it looks. I'm not sure what is really even unfolding. I feel like things around me are changing. I feel like they're shifting. Unfortunate. Let me not even say unfortunately. I just have not been able to see a lot of external shifts, and I'm really looking forward to seeing some external shifts pretty soon because um I'm pushing. I'm pushing. I'm going forward. I'm resting right now though, like this week. um I'm just kind of like decompressing because it has been a lot going on in the last week or so, but I'm pushing forward. I refuse to be beaten. Like, I think that's the thing too. I don't think people really understand that I am competitive. It's just to what level, you're never gonna know. But but no, like, I'm not gonna be beaten. Like, I know that this idea of truly believing and entrusting in myself and envisioning for myself everything that I desire and going to get it, or not even going, just receiving it, allowing it to be in my existence now. It's radical for me. I've never put so much energy into this type of thinking, of living, of experiencing. It's challenging. It's not hard. It's just challenging. And it's weird right now. It's awkward right now. I am trying to keep going. I had to get a little bit of encouragement yesterday because I was like, oh my God, like, I really don't want to crash out, but you know, and I really don't. Like, I really don't. I really want to believe in certain things for my life. Um, and so they will be. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I meet so many people whose way of thinking is that everything works outside of them, and then they're so unhappy. So I'm like, that method clearly is not very fruitful. I'm looking for fruitful methods. Fruit. Something needs to have grown and produced out of your method. If it is just that you living at the same height, your roots ain't gotten deeper, you just there, you barely hanging on, you got some brown spots. I I can't. You need some more water. I can't do it. I want a nice, well enriched fruit, which means it takes time. So I'm trying to be okay with the process of taking time. Side note, I'm not that good. Well, hold on. I am okay with things taking time, theoretically. Putting that into practice sometimes is not easy. So it's definitely challenging for me to be doing a paradigm shift and incorporating the timing. It's just like, whoo, I'm really out of my comfort zone here. I'm really not in this space, like in the space that I once was. And to look back and see myself, it's just like, wow, I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful that all of these changes I've integrated into my system. Okay, we've updated the system, we've updated the programs, but damn, I was using that model, or like, damn, that coding, really? Oh my goodness, I had so many errors. So, y'all, I want to encourage you to, I mean, this was more of like a rant for me, but if it does encourage you, 'cause I'll be talking. I'll be talking. But I do want to encourage you all to stop underestimating yourself and the seeds that you plant. I have seen seeds that I planted a couple years ago just now like sprout, and I'm not even talking about in myself. I'm talking about in things with other people. When I look back on friendships or things that people around me have said, and I've encouraged them to do XYZ, or I've encouraged them to get out of their own way and out of their own heads, I see the improvement over the years, or I see them doing something that I recommended a while ago. uh, it really does light me up, and I can't take that for granted because I can't afford to underestimate the seeds I'm planting. I can't afford to underestimate my messaging. I have heard so many times how powerful my voice is my entire life. Okay, my entire life I've been told how powerful I am, and it's crazy just how much it don't even matter if you don't believe it yourself. It's crazy. Like people can talk, 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 and you can see it, you can get it, but like you don't feel it, you know? And so I invested in feeling it for myself. And it's easier too to give people grace in their, you know, watering of the seeds in their own time, because I was given grace when I didn't understand certain things in my younger years. Now, after they, planted the seed, and now that I've watered it, now that I've decided to encourage it to bear fruit, here I am. And they didn't give up on me. So um just don't underestimate. We all are constantly being influenced daily, whether that be through marketing and social media, whether that be through seeing somebody outside, a piece of art, whatever the case, we're all being influenced. The energy around us is always manipulating itself. We're manipulating energy, people are manipulating their energy. You just have to choose that you are in your power. You have to choose that you are in your power, that you can create something from yourself, of yourself, for yourself. You have to choose. If you're desiring something out of this life for yourself, if you're desiring to produce something, it's not like you just think it and it's passive and then it just kind of willy nilly makes its way into your heart and your system. It doesn't work that way. If you do not work at what you want internally, you're not even going to receive it the same way when it's here in the physical. And that really is true. It took me a while to understand. I'm growing. It took me a while to really understand it. I heard people mentioning that as a kid, like you don't really appreciate it until you work with it. And it is true. You can get the rewards that you're wanting like that quickly, but what does it mean to you? If it's lost its meaning and its impact and its value and it's bland, um or it doesn't produce more fruit, it just kind of falls short, and maybe that's fine for you, honestly. I just know that the fruit that I want, it's not bland. I love fruit. I love fruit. It's not bland. The fruit that I want, oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. It's so nourishing. It feels like it's loving me. The fruit that I want produces more fruit. The fruit that I want just, oh, it just grows in such a beautiful environment. And I'm willing to put in that work for that. However, something that I'm really trying to be intentional about is being willing to put in the the rest for that, okay? Every season is not a growing season. Hello? Hello. And right now we are currently in winter, okay? Things are still, it's not a new year. It's not a new year. We're not in spring. It's 2025. Okay, it's no longer 2024, but it's not a new year. That March, that spring equinox come around, watch, and just, I'm telling y'all, keep pushing, keep focusing in, and maybe telling y'all makes me feel better too. It's like, okay, I'm telling y'all I could do it, but keep pushing, keep going, rather, um, keep standing on your business, because when that springtime comes and things are blossoming. Okay, we're starting to see these efforts be realized. um just keep going. It's gonna be beautiful. You have to believe it is, because the truth is, we don't know everything going on around us. I'm going to have to choose thoughts that feed me. I'm going to have to choose thoughts that encourage me to do better, encourage me to be well. I'm going to have to because that's what I want. So it's fine if you want thoughts that encourage you to, sit on your ass and encourage you to be worse, but I don't want that. And I feel like if you're watching me, you don't want that. So it starts with you. Truly, when they say the change you want to see in the world starts with you, they're not lying. They're not lying. They're not lying. You have to recognize your power. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. I keep having to tell my friends this. I've been saying it for years. Y'all don't understand how important it is. And I am a living example. I am living proof that believing in yourself, believing in your power will change your world for the better, that it will shift your reality, that it will encourage you to stand taller, speak a little clearer, okay, from that diaphragm. I'm living proof that loving who you are and continual, because I mean, let me tell you, do I love everything? Yes, but I don't like everything. I don't like everything about myself, and I'm working on that because some things, what am I putting energy of dislike into myself for? That does not benefit me. I'm thinking of, um, cost benefit analysis. Is that right? I'm thinking of opportunity cost. I'm thinking of what I'm losing by choosing to believe certain things. I'm thinking about what I'm gaining by choosing to believe certain things. And as I'm shifting my perspective and what I'm thinking about, I am seeing gains. Okay, I'm losing old things that didn't work for me, but that's the point. I'm seeing gains in more wellness. I'm seeing gains in conversations that have been needing to be had and that are turning out better than I expected. I'm seeing gains in the people around me believing a little bit harder that maybe their realities can come true. Just because I keep saying it's possible, I'm starting to see them have that hope. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to stand on your business and stand on your faith. Okay? Don't be afraid. It's not aimless. You know where you have an idea of where you want to go and who you want to be. The work is persistent because life is persistent. You know what I'm saying? Two plus two equals for real. So just understanding that what it's going to take is a very present version of yourself. When they say like that living in the past and the future, it kind of takes you out. I'm very much all over the place all of the time. But like I said in a previous video, this has been the most present I've been in my life, or the much more present I've been in my life in a while, because I am listening to myself in a way and challenging myself in a way that I have not done previously, and I'm standing on it. I'm no longer willing to compromise it, so it's just feeling differently because I'm like, "Ooh, I can't. This is my boundary for myself, though. I can't move. I'm not going back. I'm not dealing with the same things that I've dealt with before. Hello, it doesn't even make sense to me. When you elevate, why would I'm not going down again? No." And it's so crazy because I've felt like this, I feel like I'm not dealing with certain things. I have plans. I don't care too much for distractions. I felt like this, but I'm actually putting it into work for real now. So when people come with just stuff that don't add to, and you're taking up my mental space, you're taking up my creative time, you're taking up, it just feels disgusting. It feels like, how dare you? And I just really want to encourage people to get to that place because I really do feel like, yeah, yeah, it may feel like, oh, they think they're better than, she thinks she better than. Duh. What? Yes, of course. I'm not saying I'm better than any person, but what I am saying is I am better than this circumstance. Okay? We're not accepting it. We're not allowing it. I'm not doing that again. You need to incorporate that attitude. I told my friend that before because I think she had more of an issue with being perceived in that way. But what other way do you want to be perceived in? There are multiple ways people are perceiving you. Imagine they're saying, "Oh, well, she allowing it. I'll do it again to her. She's taking more of it, so yeah, let me make it worse." I'm not going to teach you that. I'm not going to give you the opportunity to do that again. No, I'm better than that. And I encourage you to start thinking that you're better than certain things. You don't want to interact with certain things. It's not saying that those things won't happen again, but it is saying that you now have the choice and the privilege, the opportunity to do better than what you just did in the past. And to thank God, to thank Spirit, to thank Goddess that you know better now. That's important for me. I've told y'all about this. Gratitude is the attitude, is the attitude, is the attitude. You can very well sit here and complain and hate and not be grateful for anything you have around you, but it will drain you. It will take from you. It's just not an energy that produces more abundance. So I'm just giving you codes so that you can, utilize them to your benefit. Because what am I doing if I'm not utilizing things around me to my benefit? What am I doing if I'm not transmuting negative energy into positive energy? What am I doing if I can't alchemize my version of reality into the reality um I'm wanting to be my version of reality? What am I doing? Be intentional, be present, stop underestimating your power, stop underestimating yourself. People may not be paying attention now. People may not be really recognizing the product and knowing what it really does. There's so many things. I'm looking at how cities are built, and we just drive on these roads every day, not realizing somebody took hours or a team took hours, planned out all of this, the materials, the science, the math behind it, the weather conditions. You're living in people's hopes and dreams right now. So it's already a possibility because you're living in it. The tools that you use. Somebody said, "Huh, I think God bless. I think I need to get around easier. Let me make a car. I think I need to, I think I want to see without, these natural lights. I need to see in the nighttime, or I want to see because I need to incorporate different lighting effects. Is that a thing? Lighting effects? We're living in people's realized dreams. Is that not crazy? I think I need a space for my car to stay in my house. It's called a garage. We're living, it's not impossible for you to live in the things that you're seeing and you're imagining and you're desiring. Like, I think I need something to stand and hold stuff. A table. Ooh, don't underestimate it. These people did not stop pushing for these conveniences that we have today. And if you don't stop and appreciate everything it is around you that people have contributed for your life to exist the way that it is, for you to have it just a little bit easier. People talk about, oh, my life is shit. Baby, it's gonna be more shit if you ain't have that toilet paper. It's gonna be more shit if you didn't have that bed. It's gonna be more shit if you didn't have that light on. It's gonna be more, you know what I'm saying? At some point you have to say, okay, I've got to choose today to be grateful for something, to be thankful for something. It's not ignoring that things are shit. It's just choosing to look at the things that aren't. If you're going to invest your energy, as we do, we invest our energy into so many things in our daily life. If you're going to invest it into something, first you, and then in all the positive things that you want to see reflected back in your life. Invest it in all the positive things around you that are helping you and helping others live their lives. Stop underestimating your impact, because the one person that left a comment, I have a comment on one of my videos from somebody who was like, I needed this right now, thank you. And it just, I can't forget it, because it meant something to me that it meant something to you. I'm selfish. That made me feel good. I love it. Like, I love that. And you took time to let me know that it meant something to you. Thank you. Thank you. I sometimes I be complaining. I'm like, I don't get as much comments. I don't get many views. I don't get much interaction. I don't understand. I don't get retweets, blah, 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 blah. Just complaining. But I cannot ignore what has been done for me. I cannot ignore people who have gone out of their way to let me know how much something has helped them, or have encouraged me, or even purchased something for me to help me more on my journey. I can't ignore those things, because they each little thing has helped me. And it would be disrespectful to these people for me to sit here and say that I didn't value it, or I didn't give it the value that it deserved. I didn't recognize it as valuable. Yeah, I like how people will frame things like on social media. Oh, 15 people liked your post, but if 15 people were looking at you in real life, it'd be like, oh, damn, okay, that's 15 people. Wow, yeah, it's not, it's not like one on one or two people. No, it's 15. But on likes, we're like, ugh, only 15. But I'm just, I'm encouraging myself to also just not get so caught up in um, the aftermath when I'm embracing the journey of solving the problem. I'm learning new things. I'm adding new tools to my repertoire. I'm adding all of these different ideas, and I'm connecting with new people and experiencing new things. And this was last year. What I was having to deal with was embracing trusting the process, embracing loving the process. I didn't invest in that previously. I didn't invest in it. It happened and I dealt with it and I tolerated it. I didn't invest. And as I'm now investing in learning and loving the process, because let me tell you, the time is going to pass anyway. So you just have to choose a day. You have to choose a day. The time is going to pass anyway. You have to choose a day to sit there with yourself and say, F it. I'm going to have to believe in myself, or F it. I'm going to have to believe in this process. Okay? Because the time is going to pass anyway. And just don't let it pass you by and you were not even present for it. You didn't estimate yourself in a way that could have elevated you. You didn't invest in your esteem. You didn't raise your esteem. You didn't invest in bountiful self esteem that not only elevated you, but inspired people around you to elevate themselves because you kept missing the time. Okay, it doesn't have to be days. Any second now, you could choose. You could choose to invest, to value yourself, to recognize, oh, well, maybe people don't understand. Maybe they don't get it, but I'm not even doing this for them anyway. I live for me, and I want the response, of course, to be that people recognize, people see. But like, if you're not invested in the process of enjoying it first, like, what are people even watching you do, you know? So, this is y'all watching me invest in the process and learning to enjoy it and embrace it. Okay, I'm like, I invested. I got this little mic. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. And I got this light because I was like, it's harder to record videos and I don't have lighting. And it was not that expensive. And it's what I can do right now. And it's made me happy. It's a big step for me. I'm even taking pictures. This light has helped out so much. And I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful. This has definitely helped me. As I'm talking out loud, I'm like, okay, I feel a little bit better because it's been a little rough. I'm like, I don't even know. I want to fight, but I don't even know. I can't fight nobody. I'm just want to tussle because I'm like, can we hurry it up? But I just know that's me, y'all. Let me tell you, I gotta do some exercise or something to get this energy moving up out of me because I can't just be sitting here feeling irritable, letting it fester. I can't do that. So anyway, it's supposed to be a 40-minute video. Y'all ain't never had a video. Am I lying? Okay, girl. Let me not say that because I really don't know, but I haven't done a video this long in a while, but I got carried away because you know what? I just had so much to talk about, and I've been meaning to do this video for a minute, so I'm about to go inside. I got some cashew milk, so delicious. I think is the brand. Sea salt caramel ice cream. Ooh, so good. Truly so delicious, so delicious. So I'm gonna tear that up later, but right now I'm gonna give me something to eat real quick because, like I said, I'm doing taco night tonight. But until then, I need me a little snacky snack. Cause would y'all believe it? It's actually crazy. I have not eaten today. I've been out and about. I'm glad I ain't passed out yet, y'all. But we here. But that's not good. Don't do like me in that regard. Okay. Anyway, bye y'all. Have a good day. Let me know how the homework has been. I told y'all from that first video to do those 3 things. So let me know if it's working for you, and have a blessed rest of your week. Okay? Deuces.